Kanazawa, the capital of Ishikawa Prefecture, is one of Japan's most historically important cities and is a favorite destination for any traveler. Though this city is rooted in tradition, but it also offers some cutting-edge modern architecture as well as offer an authentic flavor of this city's delicacies. As a first-time visitor to Kanazawa, I found the city very enjoyable. So, I am sharing our experience with you all today, as well as some detailed information that will make your future travels more convenient. But before all that, don't forget to subscribe to Boho Travelog for more interesting videos like this. We took Hokuriku Shinkansen from Tokyo and reached Kanazawa within 3 hours. The Kanazawa station has admirers from all around the globe and was called one of the most beautiful train stations in the world by a major travel magazine. The futuristic design features a glass and steel dome, and the large giant wooden torii gate resembles the traditional drum-like instrument suzumi, and that's why the gate is also called Suzumimon Gate. Here is a simple guide to each of those areas which I want to recommend you to visit and enjoy the history, tradition and culture of this very city. The entire area is divided into 4 parts: Kanazawa Castle Park, Kenrokuen area, Higashiyama area, Nagamachi area and Nomachi area respectively. Now let's go to the Nagamachi area by taking the Kanazawa Loop bus. The city's layout is centered around Kanazawa Castle Park, with a circular tourist bus route connecting all the major tourist areas around it, including Kanazawa Station. So I would recommend getting the Castle Town Sightseeing Bus Pass for the Kanazawa day trip. You can find it in the information area near the east and west gates of Kanazawa Station. Before reaching there, let me show you something interesting. This is an old map of this city. It was drawn around 1857, but this is not the early history. Kanazawa's history begins in 1546, and thankfully this city somehow avoids being bombed during World War II and didn't have to suffer any major natural disasters. That's why you can actually feel the old town vibes, as many things are still maintained during those days. Closer to the castle were the residence of the high-ranking samurai, and further away were the residence of the middle and lower-ranking samurai. And this is the residential area of the middle-ranking samurai. Many of these houses are well preserved by their current owners. The beauty of these high mud-walled houses will make you more interested to know the history of their bygone days. So, that is why we are going to visit the Nomura Samurai House to satisfy our curiosity. This is the ruin of Nomura family. Lord Maeda Toshie took over Kanazawa Castle in 1583, and he established the foundation of the following 3 centuries of peaceful and prosperous Kaga clan. And the Nomura family was one of the most powerful samurai families in the Kaga feudal domain during the Edo period. As you can see such a beautiful house, you may be thinking why it is called ruins. Because during the Meiji era, the Han system was abolished and the samurai houses have been destroyed. Only parts of the old gates and walls around the ancient houses are left as they are. The Nomuras also had to submit to the same fate. Later, during the early Showa period, a local industrialist, Kubo Hikobei, reconstructed the Nomurake site, what we see today. There are some beautiful gardens inside this house, one of which is this. Here you can see even a 400-year-old tree, rare and exquisite stones, a meandering stream that flows beneath the open veranda, and a small waterfall too. Kanazawa's many gardens still stand today as a nod to the city's once thriving samurai culture. Now, let's go to the Kenrokuen garden, which is one of must-visit location in Kanazawa. The name Kenrokuen means having 6 factors, representing the attributes which bring out the garden's stunning beauty: spaciousness, tranquility, artifice, antiquity, water sources, and magnificent views. This garden has an area of 11.4 hectares and is located on the heights of the center part of Kanazawa next to Kanazawa Castle. The Maeda family, who ruled the Kaga domain in feudal times, maintained the garden from generation to generation. It is regarded as one of the most beautiful feudal lord's garden in Japan. In winter, visitors can enjoy the snow-covered landscapes with yukitsuri, which means snow hangings. Yukitsuri is a traditional technique for protecting the branches of the pine trees in the garden from heavy snow. Trees are given support by bamboo poles and rope arranged a captivating conical layout. Now we are at Higashi Chaya district, which is the largest of 3 historical geisha entertainment districts still exist in Kanazawa. This district was established in the Edo period and it is basically an entertainment place where geishas have played their traditional Japanese instruments and danced to entertain people. We visited the famous Ochaya Shima here. And Ochaya literally means tea houses that entertain its upper class customers only. Shima was constructed in 1820 and still it remains much the same today as it was built. In feudal period there were many restrictions on building constructions and this tea house was one of the few buildings of the time that was allowed to have a second story. Now you can understand how luxurious it was. Currently it is an important cultural property, so if you visit Kanazawa, must come here too. Just a little further from now, on the other side of the river is Kazuemachi Chaya district, another feudal era wooden machiya buildings and tea houses where geishas play music and entertain people. For now, the tour is over, so we will head to our destination for tonight, Nakayoshi Ryokan. It's a family-run Ryokan and I have already made a video about staying at the Ryokan. Check it out please. Anyways, now we will take some rest and then go to the castle garden area, which is very close from here. This light show is shown on Friday, Saturday and days before public holidays. Looking out over the majestic garden and watching the lights changes and illuminate different buildings, the lovely pond and bridge below were phenomenal. Although our Kanazawa day trip ended here, for those with a bit more time on their hands, I would definitely recommend a few more places like the 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art, where you can enjoy contemporary art from all over the world. Omicho Market, which is located in the center of Kanazawa and established during the Edo period, where you can enjoy super fresh seafood right on the spot. DT Suzuki Museum, where you can learn about the life and teachings of Kanazawa's most famed philosopher. And last but not the least, Myoryoji Temple, which is also famous as Ninja Temple. The Maeda family considered the temple as a shield, a kind of lookout post or fort. That's why it is called Ninja Temple. Just like this, there are so many stories and historical facts you can learn during your visit here, but for that you need someone who knows the city well. And that's why during a trip like this, I would recommend hiring a tourist guide who can describe everything so that your trip become more exciting and memorable. Just the way during our Kanazawa trip, Kanazawa Ryokan and Hotel Cooperative Association helped us, and we had Nariko-san as our guide. She was fabulous and made our trip unforgettable. So, if you need their contact, I put it on the screen as well as in the description box of this video. Here is everything about our Kanazawa trip. Hope you enjoyed and get some ideas. Please feel free to ask anything about your trip. We will love to answer your queries. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.